We need to recognise that hate is on the rise, and we need to properly appropriate the reasons to the causes and deal with those. But we also need to reflect that for the vast majority of people in our society, they are not in control of the laws. They don't get to write what the legislation that they'll be governed by, but we can here. And that's the real opportunity with this petition, because it speaks to the lived experience of not just the 150,000 people that signed the petition, but countless others who are victims of abuse all the time. Now, I've said this in a number of different debates, and every time I do, I get emails from people saying, oh, I didn't know. And I would like to think it's because I'm so epically fabulous that I don't need to out myself all the time, but frequently I do. And I'm very proud to be gay. And I say that because I'm Plymouth's first ever out MP. And that means something in a community where we have not always been proud, out and proud, and we have frequently been hidden at the periphery of society, written out of the very history that we have contributed to. And especially in a naval city like Plymouth, LGBT people have not always been at the forefront of our public life. And that is changing, and that is changing. And that is a good thing that we do so. That's why I feel very passionately about this. But I think it's also important that we talk about people not as one homogenous blob of LGBT people, but as individuals with all different experiences in their family lives, different experiences in their work lives, different experiences in their societies, different experience in different times of the day. And that's why when we say LGBT+, actually, for those folks that talk about LGBT equality, and I know there's lots of them in this room, we just say LGBT. Well, actually, if you break down what LGBT means, you can see different lived experiences for all those different communities online. So by and large, the debate around LGBT is so much driven by people like me, the Gs, in the debate. We don't really pick up the Ls in the frequency of public debate. Now, that is both a recognition of the hate towards gay people, but also and to lesbians, but also to the fact that women in many cases are marginalised in these debates anyway. So they get narrower and narrower in that bit there. In gay culture, it is fashionable sometimes to diminish the Bs, to say that bisexuals haven't made their proper decision yet. And that is something that within our own community we must challenge, and sometimes within our community online that we must challenge as well. And within our trans community, we know that there is an awful lot of hate towards those folks who are trans. And so we need to look at the lived experience of all of them.